With so many things happening around us, taking our energy, are you able to stay focused on your tasks? Are you able to? If yes, good. But if not, I can understand as well because the amount of times pleasure and comfort calls out to us, I feel as if most people have made their distractions their home. Because there's so much comfort around, so much ease, so much accessibility that it makes people make those things how they live as their lifestyle. All the easy pleasures, even when they know it is destroying them from the inside out. Even when. Now, I'm not saying comfort is bad either. We all need to rest at some point, and if you want to, but you can stay with comfort however long you want. But just know that when you're in comfort, if you do nothing valuable for yourself, you're using your energy that could be used to build you up day after day. You're not using any of that energy to actually do better. You may not realize it at first, but when you give in to easy pleasure, you will feel great for a couple of seconds. Yes, you'll feel like you just did something amazing, but then after a minute, you'll feel hollow. You will feel hollow, and that's when your mind will start to hurt you. And when your mind hurts you, that's when comfort has won the battle. It not only stole your energy, it killed your strength, and now your body is controlling you instead. You're letting instant gratification control you now, and your body is just controlling you instead of your actual mind. Now I know how this feels because believe it or not, I used to live a life full of comfort. I did, with no effort, no focus. Just every time, every single day, just cheap pleasure after cheap pleasure. That was my life basically. That was my life. Every single day. It didn't matter what I was doing throughout those days. It didn't matter what. I would just still keep on giving in every single time. Now, when I did finally build up self control for myself, I noticed that it's a loop. It's a loop of comfort that you're trapped in. Because when your body is comfortable, it wants to stay where it wants to be, and it wants to stay there for as long as it can. And I know that when you're comfortable, it's hard to break out of because your body's so used to it that it doesn't want to do something rewarding or achieving. It just wants to stay in bed and do whatever it wants. Now, because I've broken out of it, I have self control. I learned how to break that seemingly unbreakable loop. As hard as it may seem, it's really not, to be honest. So let me show you how you can build self control for yourself. So to start to actually build self control, first you need to start to understand what comfort and pleasure does to you. Many people don't realize this, but you have to observe what happens. You have to see what happens when you do give in to easy pleasure. Because without knowing this, you won't make a clear decision on what to do next. You're gonna be lost trying to actually break out of that comfort because you won't know what's harming you if you don't pay attention to it. It's like trying to solve a puzzle without the correct pieces. You won't get anywhere. So when you do find an easy pleasure, see how your focus gets contained. Check your energy levels and see what you gain from it. What do you gain from that instant pleasure? What do you gain? Not not just comfort. What do you gain else? Just by knowing what you gain and don't gain, it reveals what truly happens to you when contained with comfort. This will give you a new perspective of you, seeing how you are with comfort that you may have not seen beforehand. As hurtful as it may seem, you have to face your comfort. There's no way to change unless you observe and see the deep root of the problem and cut it off. Because if you just try to attack it at a surface, it will just keep regrowing and growing and growing, and you can never stop it. So you have to find the root of the cause and see what is happening towards you. This makes it better for you to point out the flaws you have while revealing the reason on why you may have fallen into it. Once you see what you have done and once you see the root cause of it, you will never look at it the same. Trust me. Trust me on that. You will never look at comfort the same when you understand what it's doing to you, how it's taking your energy, and how it's making you think. You will see. And that will be from an easy pleasure to a habit that you're trying to break out of. I'm just being honest. After you notice why you keep going back into pleasure, after you notice, distance yourself from those temptations. Find different habits and goals that you can work on without trying to get back in the same habit. Because I'm being honest. You can break out of bad habits. You can. But if you have nothing else to do, your body is going to go back into the same old routine. You have to have, you have to do something new. You have to do something that you actually want to do, that you're actually making progress towards. Which is why, for the second step, I want you to start setting goals and building habits. Because I will be honest, it may be hard to actually stay focused, even after breaking comfort, as I said before. Because yes, you may have cut out the root issue of comfort. You may have distanced yourself from it. You may have stayed away from it, right? But if you just stay there idle, with no goal to reach, no aspirations, nothing to chase over, it will just build up again. It will just build up again. I'm being honest. That's where goals and habits start to shine. Now, for this, start setting personal goals and habits for yourself that you want to build, that you want to build and achieve. That will that will combat the bad habit, because you have to replace that bad habit with another good habit. You can't just eliminate a bad habit and just leave it how it is. You have to find another connection. You have to replace it. Is what I mean. Yeah, you have to replace it, because you can use that energy that you use from instant gratification to discipline, focus, goals, something, something that you actually want to build up. This is what most people don't realize. Most people don't realize this. And also, just because I mean just set goals and build habits, don't try to change all at once. Don't try to don't expect that they're gonna change within the next 1 to 2 days. Yes, you will change. It won't be as drastic of a change than you might think. So that is why, for setting goals and building habits, start to build them slowly and slowly. So focus on building on one habit or on one task that you do day after day. Because this will not only make your body more consistent into actually wanting to do better, it trains your mind to think that good habit equals progress, which it does. Not only that, but it shows that you're actively trying to do better in your life, which will show. Because most people, and I mean this, people can see if you're chasing a goal or not, just by looking at you. People can see if you're actually serious or not. And if you let comfort control you over and over and over, it's not gonna look good for you, my friend. It's not. You should always be chasing something, no matter what that can be. Because you just can't live a life full of pleasure when you know you can be great. There's no worse feeling than waking up every day, knowing that you have the potential to become great, yet you still choose comfort because you feel lazy. That's the worst feeling to have. The worst. And I don't want you to live like that. I don't want you to live in comfort. Probably build up good habits. See what you want in the next few months. Plan how you will get there. Practice one good habit every day. Track progress. This is crucial so you won't feel lost. And reflect daily. This is, even if it's just for 2 minutes, reflect. Recently, I've been reflecting myself, and it has been helping me, clearing my mind and just making me focus on what I need to do. Just by making me see what I could do. What are the goal maybe to work out, but to start a business or to achieve skill in some type of sport? You're actively training your mind to give hard work and mindfulness over cheap, unrewarding. Once your mind has been rewired to focus on discipline, focus and progress, I'm gonna be honest, you're in a very good position. You are. Because you're actually making an effort into what you want to do, and you're not letting any evil control you for that. And it shows how you don't strive for weakness anymore, that you actually want to be great in your life. Because you actually have a goal, purpose, drive, and control what you do. But to solidify that, actually make sure that you're actually making progress over and over and over without feeling as if you're doing nothing, practice gratitude. And now I know I already mentioned reflection as a way to build up good habits, but it gets a bit deeper than that, because even with all the discipline that you have built, the focus you have, the progress you're making towards your future, even with all of that, you are still vulnerable. You are. Even when you replaced it, you are still vulnerable, because there will still be comfort waiting for you. Comfort will always try to call our names. Always. It will always will be. Because there could be days where even if you put focus in what you do day after day, you may not feel the same rush. You may feel the same energy within you. And that can mess you up by thinking that what you have done, what the things that you are doing, has no effect. And what that's gonna lead to? Straight to comfort. Because you feel like you're not doing anything now. And that's a dangerous trap to fall into. Because it takes so long to build discipline, but If you just let go for pleasure for 1 second, it's hard to get back up. It is. And that's why building a habit of gratitude and reflection will make you see and understand why you have done the things that you did. Because this forces you to reflect on the day, seeing what you have done, and understanding that you are building yourself day after day. Most people don't really see this and they complain over not making that much progress. This makes the mind fully understand progress and focus is more than easy pleasures, is more. And usually some days for me, I even feel tempted as well. Doing this, you understand how you're making progress, why you choose focus over pleasure, and you understand the focus you gain has a better feeling than instant gratification. There will become a point, and I mean this, there will become a point where you focusing will be more will give you more dopamine than than just you being on your bed. I'm just being honest. Because instant gratification has a chokehold on people. You might already know this, but almost everyone, maybe not everyone, but most people, they live by instant gratification. Maybe even you. Maybe even you. I don't know. But if you're able to resist and build self control, I'm telling you, your mind be unstoppable. Your mind will be unstoppable. I'm telling you this. Your mind will be unstoppable. Unless your mind actually focus on wanting to be better, then it's comfort every single day. In summary, that is what you can gain when you start having self control over your life. Understanding what makes you fall into those traps, building good habits, and just overall trying to be better than who you are day after day. It sh- it shows that you don't want to stay in comfort anymore. It shows that you actually want to do better for yourself. And I'm gonna be honest, none of us should be living in autopilot. None of us should be living in comfort, in easy pleasure. Because self control can build us and grow us day after day, while pleasure will just keep us in the same position. Pleasure is a lifestyle to have, and it's not a good way to live, because all it does, as I said, it keeps you in the same place for years. And that is why I want you to start building self control today, even if by one habit, by one skill, by one goal, day after day. Now that is all that I have to say for today. So make sure to work out when needed to, build self control, and stay consistent. And control yourself to do better and better. But don't let comfort distort your vision to growth. Right? Don't let don't let comfort try to distort what you do. Just have self control, build it up, have gratitude, understand what you're doing every day, and please don't let your body control you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you, my friend, in the next one.